Hey YouTube, thanks for coming back to my channel to Right Hand Whisk. So I was making spaghetti and the camera did not record the beginning of this. I put oil in my pan and then I put this seasoning blend. It's a frozen package in there. You can do fresh onions and red and green bell pepper, but I was lazy, so why not? I cooked them from a translucent clear color to a brownish, not cooked all the way, but like maybe halfway. And then I added my ground beef on top. It was just a whole package of ground beef. I'm not sure how many pounds that equates to, but just dump the whole thing. And then I do have the masher where you can break down the ground beef. I just got too lazy to grab it, I'll be honest. So I just stab that boy with whatever you got, a spatula, a fork, a spoon. Just get it down into smaller pieces. It helps it cook faster and more thoroughly. And don't forget to drain your grease. I didn't put that on camera, but it needs to be said. So the ingredients today were tomatoes diced, tomato paste, and tomato sauce. You can do fresh vegetables if you want to. I'm very lazy. This is a very lazy channel, but it turns out good. And kudos to you if you're doing everything from scratch, because I get a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. So what I put first was the tomato sauce, then the tomatoes diced, and then I put the tomato paste at the end, probably about 2 scoops. I did not use the whole can, and then I mixed that all together. And when I sprinkle seasonings over the top of my food, I don't measure. Honestly, I'm eyeballing it. I do a healthy amount from one end of the pan to the other, probably covering about 50-ish to 75% of the pan. So again, you see me going from one end of the pan to the other. I put black pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. When it comes to red pepper flakes and adding spice, I do not go from one end to the other. I literally just dab it towards the center of the pan or the dish because I just wanted a little bit of that. If you put it from end to end, you will have a spicy dish, so be careful with the measurements on peppers. So I let that come to a simmer. I had my heat on medium low, and then I had a pot of water ready to go, and I salted it for my pasta. For the garlic bread, I took out this loaf of bread. This was the smallest one they had in stores because it was just me eating, but if you have a family big enough, then go for it. I sliced this bread into individual slices versus cutting it hot dog style or long ways, which I probably would have recommended because I put it in my air fryer, and because the top is so high, it hit the heat a lot faster. So I would recommend you cut it long ways down the middle versus individual slices if you're going to put it in the air fryer. So the mix I put on top was garlic butter. It was Kerrygold's garlic butter, some Parmesan cheese, and some parsley. I put that in my microwave for maybe like 10 to 15 seconds just to get that butter down because it was cold. And I sprinkled a little bit of garlic powder on top. I mixed that up and then I just slathered it in between the slices, and then I poured the remainder on top. And what I put this on in my air fryer was 375 for about 10 minutes. I probably in the future would put it on 350 for 10 to 15 minutes and just kind of let it do its thing from there. 375 worked out fine. It just cooked it a little bit faster than I wanted it to, and it was at a little bit of a higher heat than I wanted it to be. I also sprinkled some cheese over the top of the bread before I shoved it in my air fryer, and I just let it cook. I kept it in the aluminum foil so that it wouldn't drip all that butter and sauce everywhere in my pan. You can do it how you want to. My water came to a slight boil and I put the noodles in there. I pushed them down with a fork once they got soft enough to, because I didn't want the bottom half to cook and not the top half. Word of advice: when you cook any type of noodles, about 1 minute into being submerged into the water, you want to spin it, you want to stir it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan. So after I took the bread out of the air fryer, this is what it looks like. Cheese was melted. It was great. So you want to cook your pasta noodles for about 7-ish minutes until they're about soft enough for you to chew through. They're supposed to be al dente, or you just follow the directions on the back of your box. You drain it, you rinse it with cold water so that it stops cooking. You drain that, and then you come back and put your meat sauce over those noodles. And I didn't know what else to toss this with. I never do, to be honest. I use 2 forks. If you have a better utensil to use to help you mix it, more power to you. In the moment, I didn't know what else to use to mix this. So I did it with 2 forks. You do it how you want to do it. If you want more sauce, you'll probably have to use more of the canned ingredients, such as the diced tomatoes and the tomato sauce. Me, I like it this way, and I'll show you at the end what it looks like. So I had culinary in high school, and I was terrible at plating and presentation. I was terrible. But this is my rendition of what I could have did in school. They always tell you to go for the height and the looks. This is how it looked towards the end. And yeah, it was super good. I hope you guys try the recipe. If not, I did, and it was amazing. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.